When I was younger, I used to trick people into thinking I had special powers. I'd take a note and some hairspray, give it a couple of sprays like this. Then I'd take my hand and I'd rub it on my jumper to make a static charge and watch as the note jumps from one hand to the other. Now this works every time, but don't ask me how.
I just learned this egg trick on how to pick the freshest eggs at a grocery store that blew my mind, so I'm going to show you all how to do it. Like, I can't believe I'm a chef and I didn't know this till this past week, but here we go.
Instead of looking at the sell-by date, we're going to look by the 3-digit number that's right next to it. So right here, that 061 is actually the packing date. This number is the day it was packed in the year. So there's 365 days. This was packed on the 61st day of the year. So this was packed on March 2nd, but the sell-by date is March 31st. So you want to look for the 3-digit number that's greater because that's the closest date to when you are picking up the eggs. So let's compare and contrast here. This one's on the 69. This one's on 65, so these eggs are older. And these are on 57, so much, much older. From now on, I'll definitely be checking the eggs pack date versus the sell-by date.
Random facts that will shock you. 60% of people can't get through a 10-minute conversation without lying. Only 20% of people wash their hands after using the toilet. 75% of women admit to peeing in the shower. Is that definitely true? 99% of the species that ever lived on Earth are now extinct. 46% of pilots admit to falling asleep while they're flying the plane. Wait, what? But they have a co-pilot, right? 33% then wake up to find their co-pilot is also asleep. What? Is that just because of autopilot? Can someone tag in a pilot to confirm this, please?
These are the top 5 most expensive hotels to stay in per night around the world. Coming in at number 5, we have the Hilltop Estate in Fiji. You get a magnificent view of the island and the ocean beyond, as it boasts 3 bedrooms, a spacious living area, a landscaped garden and pool, and even 2 guest residences. It includes a private cook, a chauffeur, and a nanny, granting any of your wishes, and this costs $45,000 per night. Coming in at number 4, we have the Grand Hyatt in Cairns. The prestigious penthouse suite on the hotel's top floor boasts a magnificent view overlooking the boulevard. This 4-bedroom penthouse has its own private terrace, its own garden, and even artwork by Picasso throughout the penthouse. All of this will run you $55,000 per night. Coming in at number 3 is the Mark Penthouse in New York. Costing $75,000 per night, this 10,000 square feet penthouse is the largest in all of America. It has 5 bedrooms, 4 fireplaces, and even 2 bars. Its stunning 26-foot ceilings can even change the living room into a grand ballroom. Its 2,500 square foot rooftop terrace offers great views of Central Park, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and the overall city. Coming in at number 2 is Hotel President Wilson in Geneva. The Royal Penthouse Suite has jaw-dropping views of the lake and the mountains. You'll be able to see it all from the 8th and the top floor of this hotel. And inside this penthouse is 12 opulent bedrooms, marble floor bathrooms, and a terrace that wraps around the entire suite. You'll also have many luxuries, including a 103-inch TV, a Steinway grand piano, and even a telescope, and not one of the cheap ones. This will all run you $80,000 per night. And finally, coming in at number 1 is the Empathy Suite in Las Vegas at $100,000 per night. Located on the 34th floor of the Palms Casino Resort, the 2-story Empathy Suite overlooks the entire Las Vegas Strip. It has 2 master bedrooms, a private pool, a salt relaxation room, massage rooms, a large living area, and 24-hour butler service. For $100,000 per night, you'll be able to get everything you want and more here.
This is what you need to know about central bank digital currencies. And no, this is very different than Bitcoin or Ethereum. 91 countries are currently developing a CBDC, and 9 of them have launched. Most notable is China with the digital yuan. A CBDC is the ultimate weapon of government control, especially if partnered with a social credit system, just like the Chinese already have. Your money will be programmed to you, and your spending can be controlled based on your behavior. Since a CBDC is programmable money centralized by the government. If you are unhealthy, you won't be able to buy cigarettes or alcohol. If you owe taxes, your taxes will pay themselves. If you are a suspect, they will lock your transactions. So as you can see, a CBDC is a very scary thing, and I will be doing more content on this topic moving forward.
Tesla famously said that no free energy device will ever be allowed to reach the market. Further to this, when Tesla had a car with antenna placed on it and was running it around town as the batteries charged themselves, J.P. Morgan reported to have told Tesla, "If we can't put a meter on it, we don't want it." In 1901, Tesla started building the Wardenclyffe Tower with funding from J.P. Morgan. Tesla hoped he would be able to create a wireless system to take the world off the grid. When Marconi beat Tesla to wireless radio transmission across the Atlantic, Tesla changed his plans for the tower. When J.P. Morgan learned of Tesla's plans for free energy, he immediately cut funding to the project. After all, Morgan was a titan of electricity in his own right, a Goliath in the copper industry, as well as being a capitalist whose work focused around profiting from others.
You know, casinos trick you into gambling more, staying longer, and coming back even though you lost $1,000 last time you were there. This used to be done through sneaky tricks like removing all clocks so you lose track of time, designing the casino floor like a maze so you inevitably get lost and encounter new opportunities to lose money at every turn, and making the gambling machines the only decoration so you're not distracted by anything else. They even make the carpets on the floor so busy and tasteless that not only do they keep you awake, but also you don't want to look at them, so you look where you're supposed to look, at the gambling machines and table games. But in the 90s, along came a man called Roger Thomas, who has come to be known as the man who redesigned Vegas, and he brought a different philosophy to the table when he designed the Bellagio Casino with Steve Wynn. He aimed to design a luxurious and relaxing space that made you feel like $1 million, because when you feel rich and at ease, you'll bet more money. The plan worked, and in the early 2000s, the Bellagio became the most profitable casino in Las Vegas. So now, most new casinos in Vegas follow Thomas's luxury approach, and people are really tricked into thinking they're millionaires for the night. Most interesting thing is, this approach is most efficient at getting people who have never gambled before to have a go at some of the games, and put money on something when they have no idea how bad the odds are. One thing remains though, they never got rid of the crazy carpet.